Welcome to Simple Kicking with your host, James Harrison.
I'm Aidan Flintoft, class of 23, Oaks Christian High School, California.
Okay.
I'm Conor Talty. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, 2023, St. Rita High School.
What's the dream, guys?
Earn a scholarship to a Power 5 school.
And for me, just play really well at Stanford, win the starting job, and get on scholarship there eventually, and just have a great career.
But the problem is, y'all are at a pretty good camp with a lot of good kickers who all have the same dream.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's pretty good. I think it pushes us to do better. It kind of lets you see where you are, gives you like a benchmark of where you are nationally. So it's definitely a motivator because, of course, you want to be a competitor always. And that's not just, in the camps when you're directly competing, but it's, all the time outside of the camps when you also got to be a competitor and have that work ethic. So, yeah.
So what does competing look like, Conor?
Well, yeah, everyone's competing for that one goal of earning a scholarship, so it definitely raises the stakes and it makes every kick matter. So you're going out there against 40 of the other best guys, and every kick matters, so you want to make every single kick.
So you've Stanford. What's the story behind that?
So I went to the Stanford camp in June of 2021, so going into my junior year, and that was right before I didn't really have much of a COVID season. And that was right before I transferred into Oaks Christian. Got up there, kicked in front of Coach Alomar. Also got to say hi to Coach Shaw briefly. And then just played my season. Was fortunate enough to do pretty well then. And then after the season is when Coach Alomar and the Stanford staff, we started talking more again. And then I eventually went out and I went to their junior day in April. And that was really cool. I got to see, everything about the campus, got to really see the culture of Stanford, and I feel like it really fit me. And then at the end of the weekend, I was really fortunate enough to receive an offer from them. And then I took a few visits after just to make sure I was 100% in. And then shortly after I was done with all my visits in the spring, I pulled the trigger on Stanford, and I feel really good about it. So what's your summer been like so far?
It's just been a lot of work, just at the field every single day, training with my personal trainers and even training at my school and just attending these camps, trying to do the best I can. And I say it all turned out real well.
Tell a story about Alabama.
Yeah, so Alabama was on the 25th. On the 22nd, I got a call, and it was Saylor and Coach Hutzler at Alabama. They talked on the phone, and Alabama's still looking for a scholarship guy. So within 2 days, I found out about that opportunity. I booked a flight. And the next morning, I was in Alabama for a visit, and then the next day after that, I was there on an eval, and I had my best day ever at the eval, and now I'm top of their list. So this camp is really going to dictate, where they go on a prospect. So I'm really hoping I could be my best and hopefully get that job because that's huge. I'd love to go to Alabama.
Yeah, what they have you do there?
Yeah, I just did field goals. It was kind of like an average camp. They had me go from right to left, and they backed me up to I think 57.
Oh, dang.
And then, I did 4 kickoffs,
Okay.
and they were directional left. It was a pretty light workout. Only took 20 minutes. Did you have anything like that with Stanford?
Besides the camp, not really too much, because I think, not really too much. I was sending a lot of film, though, throughout the whole process, like all my huddle film and stuff, and then I've been pretty active sending training film to Coach Alomar because what's really cool about Coach Alomar, too, is he's coached up guys like Jake Bailey and stuff. So he's not only the special teams coordinator, but he's the specialists coach as well. And that was a big reason why I picked Stanford, And so I've just been sending film to him, and he'll give me feedback on a lot of stuff. And, yeah.
What have you learned about this recruiting experience
that
maybe you would have liked to know 2 years ago, and y'all just kind of be done?
I think the one message I learned from all these camps and all this is really like anything is possible because going back 4 months ago, I was nowhere in this spot. I wasn't a top prospect. I wasn't being looked at by big Division I schools. And then all of a sudden, I really, put the time in to perfect this. And then at these camps, I'm showing out and I'm really performing at my best. And now, I'm top of the list, top 3. So that means a lot. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if I could tell my younger self something going through this recruiting process, and I've been fortunate to have, family who did the kicking journey and stuff. So my older brother was a punter at UCLA, and same with my cousin. So they gave me some helpful recruiting tips throughout the whole process. Like, just wait. It'll be your time eventually. And I'd say that was probably the biggest thing for me, just with kickers and punters. It's just kind of the way it is. It happens a little bit later. But, your time will eventually come. Just keep your grades up, keep grinding. And yeah, honestly, I'd say that's just the biggest part. Grades, and just really show coaches who you are as a person as well outside of the kicking. Because a lot of people can make, big kicks and stuff and be consistent, but it's that a lot of it is culture, I think. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not a coach, so I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
Yeah, like what he said, it's personality, grades, and obviously how you perform on the field. It all matters a lot in making a decision. Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then just another thing, another part of why I feel really good about Stanford is, just do the 4 for 40 decision. Just go to a place you'd be happy to, in case, the worst scenario happened and you couldn't play football anymore. Of course, that's never the plan for anybody, but, you want to go to a place that'll set you up for a long time. Yeah.
So as we finish this roundtable, it sounds like you have had an incredible experience where you've learned a whole lot. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, you're looking at something where you're going to play for 4 years, but you're really investing in yourself for 40. Mm-hmm. And then, Conor, you've got incredible opportunities that came last minute, and you're coming here to compete with the very best. Final question, state your name again and where people can find you on social media.
Aidan Flintoft, and my Twitter handle is Aidan Flintoft, AIDAN FLINTOFT. Yeah.
Conor Talty, my Twitter's CTalty31, CTALTY31.
This is Aidan Flintoft. Make sure to check him out on social media, and Conor Talty. These two guys are top kickers in the class of 2023. Make sure to follow their journey. If you haven't already, check out the Simple Kicking Roundtables and podcast, the Simple Kicking app, and like we talked about earlier, the Go Post.